What's up guys, and welcome to my channel. I am Epic Journey and we're playing some Farm Simulator 22 on PC. So we are going to be playing on a small farm in Poland. It's a little Polish map called Brzozowski. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but I'll try my best, okay? I'm American and I'm from the South. Pronunciation and things of that sort are not our specialty, but anyway, for real. We're playing on this Polish map. It's beautifully detailed. I'm super impressed by this map. It's got a lot of small farms. It's got that small Polish farm feel to it. It's freaking awesome. But also we are going to be exploring the MaizePlus mod, which is new-ish for PC. I've been trying to learn as much as I can about MaizePlus, and I'm really enjoying it. We're going to be exploring MaizePlus on a small scale. So, you know, starting out, we'll have some small animals like chickens, and then maybe we'll bump ourselves up to having sheep. But for right now, we are just doing a little bit of field work here, some field prep. It is February, so I'm starting this Let's Play in an odd month because, you know, the game starts you in like August, and then you go into harvest season and all that. Well, I decided that we're going to start in February and start our, you know, field prep, and then go from there as far as getting everything planted in the spring and go through a harvest season all the way through. But yeah, and right now I am liming this grass field because it has a bad pH. Let me show you that. Wait one. Okay, I got the HUD back on. Yeah, so now it has a perfect pH in this spot, but it has some bad pH. We're going to get that fixed. We have several other fields over there by our farm, which I'll go show you guys in a little bit. But for right now, we need to get this hopper filled back up for the lime, because right now we're getting a little low, and I went and got some lime from the store. I will say this. There is a freaking beautiful, awesome quarry on this map. I'm going to show it to you on the map. This map has a freaking awesome quarry up here. But let me tell you what. It's got a little line point down here. It's pretty cool. It's a mine and everything. It's legit, but it takes about 7 years. Real life, not in game. 7 years to get down to the bottom of that mine. It's freaking crazy, man. So I decided, screw that. I'm going to the store and get lime. So I filled up a little trailer here with my 5M. And if you haven't noticed, we have some small tractors as well. So we're going to be using small equipment. I want to try to do something unique. I really like using small equipment in Farm Sim. Everyone else I see playing MaizePlus has got massive cattle farms and big equipment and all that. And we're just going to do something a little different. So that is the plan for this Let's Play. I really hope that this is something that people enjoy, and maybe you know, take some time to watch. This thing is really not cut out to carry this much lime. And you know what? I don't know if it's going to pour into there. Is it going to pour into there? Or do I have to? Probably have to switch tractors out and just have it. I'm going to be using a controller and mouse and keyboard, so... Oh, no. So I have like a center of gravity mod and a bunch of like realistic mods for PC. So, again, idea is realistic, small farm, playthrough with MaizePlus, and just trying to explore MaizePlus. I'll be honest, I don't know everything about MaizePlus. Far from it. I've been watching a lot of Disturbed Gaming's videos, and I believe he is actually part of the MaizePlus team. So I've been trying to learn as much as I can, and we're going to be learning as we go for some of this. But yeah, let me get the John Deere back over here, get it out of the way. I don't want it to be in the way. Me trying to line, because I will wreck a tractor. There's proof on my Instagram. Me flipping my little massive. I'm going to get the rest of this field lime real quick, and then maybe take you guys, show you guys everything that I've done with the farmyard, which is pretty neat, I think. So we'll see how that goes. and maybe talk about the fields and what the plan is with the fields. So, like I said, tour of the... Oh, I already had it on. Tour of the yard. And all that, and then we can take a look at all the fields that we have, talk about the plans for this planting season, and go from there. I will say this, I did fast forward time with a mod in order to get myself to February so I could start everything in February, which was a huge mistake. So I should have just went through the night and day cycle all the way to February. But unfortunately, I was trying to be impatient, as I do. And I used a mod that just skipped it straight to February. And here's the deal. It didn't change any of the crops in the fields. So if you look to my left, here's a field of sorghum that's almost ready to harvest. That should not be the case in February, because I am playing, of course, with seasons. So here's the deal. I don't really know how that's going to affect the gameplay, other than I'm sure it's going to affect the amount of contracts I get. Now this map happens to have like 200 and something fields. It's ridiculous. But I don't think I'm going to get a lot of contracts until these crops go through their growth cycle, wither, and or get harvested by the computer. I just don't know how it's going to work, but I know it's going to be screwed up. So there's just a heads up on that. Which kind of sucks because I'm going to need to build up money in this Let's Play. I'm not starting with a lot. And contracts were going to be a huge part of that. But it looks like now I'm going to be limited. So that's another thing that we're going to kind of see how it plays out, because hypothetically, if all those fields stay like they are, and then all of a sudden in harvest season, I have a ton of harvest contracts, that might actually work out. But in the meantime, it's just going to be slow, I think. So there is that. The grass field, I believe, is completely limed. Look at this. Look at this. It looks amazing. And I'm using a mod, the Real Dirt. And I think there's like a pack of like 3 different mods that this modder made with like real dirt and stuff like that. So it looks awesome. Let's see. Let's go look at precision farming. Here we are. Okay, so let's look at our lime type, or pH. And the pH for field 20 is just fine. And you can see I did buy a bunch of fields, so I have 156, or actually 152 through 156. And they're all in the harvested state. I actually changed them and set them in the harvested state. So we're going to have to lime, cultivate, all that, seed, fertilize, all that. In field 20, again, pH is good, nitrogen not so much. So it is going to need some fertilizer. That is going to be one of the next tasks that we take on, is just getting some fert on this field, so that we can harvest this grass. Now, here's the thing about grass. This grass is in its ready to harvest state. It's in its highest growth state. However, with grass, you can always fertilize. So I can still fertilize even though it's in its ready to harvest state, which is pretty cool. I'm going to take you guys to the farm. We're going to go this way. Look at these roads. I mean, the detail is just amazing on this map. It really is. It really, really is. Another thing that you'll notice is that when I'm driving in tractors and stuff, I do a lot of first person stuff. I do a lot, everything I can basically in first person. Using a spreader or something is a little bit harder in first person because you're not sure of how wide you are, but you will see me do a lot of stuff in first person. So welcome to the farm. Here's our little farmyard. I'm just going to pull in here and then walk around and show you guys. Let's kill that. We do have this little Massey Ferguson. I think this is a 180, 188. Okay, Massey Ferguson 188. I think it's 85 or 87, maybe 82 horsepower, somewhere around there. But this is going to be, you know, like our tedder and windrower tractor, something like that. So I did keep some of the starting equipment. So the cultivator and plower are starting equipment. There was a seeder in here. I guess I'm going to use that seeder. A weeder, stuff like that. I got a little machine shop right here so I can fix my vehicles. I did place it the wrong way, but it is what it is. Also got a great silo. This silo is freaking awesome. It's actually a mod that comes with a map. So got that going. And then I placed these two little huts. I guess they're like Kwanzaa huts. I don't know. But it's got some grass equipment in here. That's what this one's for. Got the little Heston baler type deal. Let's see how that works. I've never used it before. Got the Russell Mash harvester that comes with the map. It's kind of like, you know, when you start on New Farmer. I was going to switch it out, but decided not to. Auto load bale trailer for the little tiny baler, and then, you know, header and windrower. So that's just kind of what we got starting out. It's what I'm starting out with as far as equipment goes. And these are my fields, of course. They're all in the harvested state. So we got a lot of work to do to get them ready for the spring, which is cool. And one last thing on the farm is the chickens. Okay, so we are going to have chickens. And just so you know, might be thinking like, well, chickens, you know, how are you going to explore MaizePlus with chickens? Blah, blah, blah. Well, just so you know, MaizePlus, and I'll show you guys in just a second what that means for chickens. So here is what MaizePlus means for feeding chickens. Now with MaizePlus, you have 4 different types of foods for every animal: the protein, energy, base, and moisture. And each different type of animal has certain components that could be that protein food, right? So for chickens, you got soybeans, alfalfa hay, wheat for protein food, and wheat and sorghum for energy food, and then maize for base food, sugar beet cut for moisture food. Now, here's the deal. All of these, I think you can get except for alfalfa hay. You can't make alfalfa hay in the game yet, or I guess maybe you could if you had a map that had alfalfa, but I'm not positive on that. However, you can buy alfalfa hay in the shop. That's part of MaizePlus. So to start off with our chickens, we're going to do a simple mixture for food. Probably maize, probably corn, wheat, and soybeans or something like that. You know, I'm not doing cut sugar beet yet, but maybe we could work up to that point, something to that degree. So this is what it looks like for chickens. And if you're interested in where this is found, you can actually look in the description of the video below. I'll have a link to this guide, which is a PDF posted by the MaizePlus team. It's a Google shared document, I believe. And also I'll have a link to their Discord, which is freaking awesome. And you can get tons of help there from modders who actually make MaizePlus and other, you know, our peers, people who play FS that are into it. But anyway, this is what chickens look like with MaizePlus. And what we're going to do there, we're going to start with this, you know, we're going to start with that and go from there. Maybe get some sheep. I got a kind of a plan of a place I could put a little sheep pen and stuff. So that's something that we'll be looking at down the road as we make more money. But yeah, that's just kind of where we're at with this. And I really hope that this will interest people and it'll be fun. So we'll check it out. All right, so I said that fertilizing would be our next job, but realistically, now that I have the lime spreader out, lime is in it, realistically what we need to do, did not mean to jump, is get all of our fields limed up and, you know, get the pH levels correct and everything. So I am moving the lime back over behind the farmyard so we can, you know, refill the lime spreader and stuff and get these other fields right as far as pH level goes. And then we'll cultivate after. We'll cultivate these. That'll be the next step for these fields. The next step for the grass field is fertilize that field and cut it. because we're gonna go ahead and start making some hay, which is kind of like one of the first big things we're gonna look at as far as how MaizePlus works. And again, like I said, I'm not an expert on it. I'm gonna be learning as well, which I think makes it cool, right? Because I can make some honest mistakes and stuff, and we can learn together. But anyway, that's going to be one of the first things that we do after we get that grass field squared away and fertilized is go ahead and cut it, make some hay, get some fresh grass bales maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. So there's different things you can do there. We got fresh grass. We could make some hay. We could maybe get some stuff ready for grass-silage. We don't have a silage bucket, but you know, we'll look into that stuff. But for now, let's go ahead and get these fields. All right, now that that has been completed, and our tractor looks nice and dirty with white lime all over. So as I was doing this, of course, I was like, you know what? Why did I not merge these fields together? So that's going to be a project coming soon while we're still in the end of winter. By the way, it's going to be snowing soon. That's not good. Look at the... I'll say it's not good. It might actually be cool, but whatever. We'll have to look at the weather. But yeah, I think I'm going to chop down these trees, maybe while it's snowing, to be honest. Anything that's in between these fields, I think that's got to be chopped down. And so is that, maybe? I guess. That tree. So chop down these trees, merge these fields right here together. And I'm debating on whether or not I want to merge. Yeah, I'll leave that one on its own. And this other one across the road on its own as well. But yeah, so that's something that's coming. But for now, I got to get the lime unloaded if I can. And get some fertilizer and stuff and fertilize that grass field. That may be something that I do. And yeah, you know what? Actually, we're just going to end this episode here. This is the farm setup. I showed you guys around. Talked about what we're going to do in this Let's Play. Okay? Small farm on this map, Brzozowka. It's a Polish map, small farm. We're doing Maize Plus. We're going to start with chickens just to look at how Maize Plus has 4 different types of feeds, and show you how that works. Also go through like how much feed they're using. We're going to look at that. So we'll do some chickens and then look at expanding our farm. We're going to work up to expanding our farm, so I'm not going to expand immediately. And we only have 28 grand, so we got some work to do. We'll also be going through hay. So the next episode, we will be going through making hay in Maize Plus, what it takes, what the options are, based off of how I am experiencing it live and what I know from watching a video or two. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you really enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. And I appreciate everyone who watched the video. You guys take it easy. Big Journey out.